Hello, YouTube members, Squad 00 members. Welcome to another Bleach review. Now, this Bleach chapter, very interesting. I want to point out a few things. First off, we have confirmation that Unohana is dead. I'm not too happy about it, but it makes sense. There's no way she could have survived that, and Kenpachi come out stronger with the name Kenpachi. I think Kubo wants to really highlight the importance of the transference of that legacy. So, Unohana is definitely dead. So this confirms the passing of the old guard generation, the passing of Yamamoto, the passing of his lieutenant, the passing of Unohana. I think that's 3 people so far. And I believe that it. So basically, this was the original, at least of this generation. These were like the original of that era of Shinigami, the ones who basically founded the academy, founded the structure of the court god squads, before they were just a division. So this concludes, like, we've had a changing the guard to the next generation. Now it's the generation of Ukitake and Shunsui. So now they're the most senior people left in the Gote 13. Confirms it. So we get that bit of information. The other thing was about Mr. V. So apparently that guy who I was calling Mr. V last week was not the real V. Most of you guys have probably figured that out already. And we have this guy saying that whatever he can imagine, that's it. Now, I've seen some reviews out there, and I tend to agree with what everybody's saying, that there's got to be some limits to what this guy can do. All I can say is that, as far as Kenpachi being able to cut through anything, it makes perfect sense. I mean, he says if you think of yourself as being harder than steel, you can't imagine anything that I cannot cut through. And remember, this is Kenpachi 10 times stronger. And I remember in the Soul Society arc, when he took off the eye patch when he was fighting Ichigo that first time and he had that massive power up. Remember, he just swung his sword like that, and like you see the whole building, the whole tower just fall. Now, maybe it was not made of steel or stone, but you get the point. Kenpachi at his not so strongest could cut through that like it was butter. So he's way stronger now. Highly doubt it. But his eye patch is on. I believe it's on. Yeah, his eye patch is on. So that means that he's basically telling Mr. V, okay, forget it, cut the crap. Because I can cut through anything. There's nothing I can't cut through. So if you're gonna bring it, bring it. If not, just be quiet. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Kenpachi is really strong right now, but he still has the eye patch on. So what I suspect is going to happen in the fight that's going to be coming up, because this chapter was clearly a setup, is that he's going to keep his power down to the level of the guy, and as the guy begins to show himself more and more of a threat, or more threatening, then he'll begin to release more and more power. Because typically that's how Kenpachi fights. He fights to enjoy the fight. He doesn't fight to finish it. The only fight where he finished it so quickly was when he was fighting the Fullbringer, the clock guy. The guy with the he just sliced him in two, just like that. And that's very interesting, because that guy had like this time clocky thing where he could, I don't even remember, but it was like another one of those things where he had some trick where he could make himself better or stronger. I've noticed that anytime Kenpachi's come against people like that, he gets very impatient and he just finishes them off and just wants to just go and fight somebody more real. But anyway, so this guy is the strongest of the Stern Raiders. Now, this is interesting because last week when I read that, I was like, how is that possible? So, is this guy stronger than Hashvold? Is he? Because Hashvold is a Grand Master Stern Raider. So I'm thinking to myself, how can he be strong? How can this guy be the strongest? We didn't even see him in the main fight. So far, like the ones that really made an impact on me are like Basby. He's made an impact on me. The guy who shot Shun Sui's eye out, he's made an impact on me. And well, Nana got toasted by Rukia, so forget him. There was another Quincy. Never mind. Not important. What's important is that I don't think this guy is the strongest Stern Raider, unless he imagines himself who is a Stern Raider. And I believe the reviewer, the Elite Ace, mentioned this, that he said it, and he said, I mentioned this guy being the strongest Stern Raider. Now, when he said that, I was like, yeah, that makes some sense. If he can imagine himself like that, then yeah, that would make some sense. But anyway, moving right along. I think what's going to happen in the next chapter is that Kenpachi is going to stretch this out and enjoy the fight as long as he can. And when he has enough of this guy, I think he's just going to put him down. That's what I think. But since this is the real deal, I'd like to see his holy form. Now, another thing I want to point out is that Kenpachi now knows his Shikai. So I do also remember some people saying, you know, how come he was able to make this move in Shikai form? Well, his sword is already in Shikai form. Like Ichigo's sword is already in a Shikai form, so he's good to go. It's already in Shikai form. Now, is he going to use his name for some amplified attack? Don't know. And I'm very curious to know what his ability will be. Some people believe that it'd just be to increase his power. Not so sure. I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is that Kenpachi most likely is just going to stretch this fight out. Now, if he does, how long will he do it for? Will he get impatient and just finish it, or will he drag it out? Don't know. But anyway, this chapter was not too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was okay. A nice setup for next week. We're gonna start the battle of Kenpachi and Mr. V, the real Mr. V. And yeah, so anyway, that's it. That's all I've got. If there's anything else, comments, concerns, let me know. And we'll see how it goes from here. Thank you for watching. This is The Crossover, signing out.